Hi there, this is Elaine. Today's bedtime story is called Floppy and Nibbles, and it's the 6th story in the Monty and Tonty series. This story is to help you to sleep. So to start, I would like you to get as comfortable as you can wherever you are. Pull up the covers, move your body until you feel just right. Turn off the light and make sure you feel as relaxed as you can. To begin, just take a couple of nice, easy deep breaths in like this. And then blow out through your mouth like this. Okay, one more time. Breathe in like this. Out like this. Now you do it by yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out. One last time. In. Out. Now you can keep your eyes open if you like, or you might like to close them, as your imagination seems to work better when they're closed. And I really want you to use that imagination of yours now. So imagine that you're moving in to a bit of a daydream. A really nice, happy place where you feel really good, where you feel happy and safe. Now this might be a place, like a place in your house, maybe your bed, or maybe another place that you found during a holiday or vacation. Or maybe it's a made-up place, a fantasy place, a dreamy place. Wherever this place is, make sure that you feel happy, comfortable, and safe in this place. You might even be feeling a little bit sleepy at this point. And if you do, that's okay. You can go to sleep any time during this story because you can always listen again tomorrow. Maybe now you can notice that sleepy feeling moving into your body. Maybe it's starting to come up through your toes. Maybe it starts from the top of your head or through your fingers. To take another deep breath in, like this. Blow out like this. And then let me ask you, are you ready for the story? It's midsummer in Australia, and Monty is lying half asleep on a patch of ground in the garden. He's enjoying the warm rays of the sun. Lying in the sun is one of his favorite things to do. It's been a few days since he has seen Tonty, so he's hoping, really hoping she'll come by today. He hears a buzzing sound and watches a little bumblebee drinking nectar from the brightest yellow flower. I like the colour yellow, he thinks to himself. But for now, he closes his eyes and gives himself a big stretch, his forepaws out wide, and soon he's fast asleep. And right in the middle of dreaming his very favourite dream of chasing a stick, suddenly he hears a psst, psst. Monty, are you there? Psst. Hey Monty, are you there? It doesn't take long for Monty to wake up. In a flash, he jumps up and runs to the fence and says, Yes, I'm here, Tonty. He is so excited to hear her voice. Well, said Tonty, are you ready for another adventure? Monty couldn't hide his excitement. Adventures with Tonty, you see, are always fun. Come on then, she said with a giggle. You better get yourself over the fence. So, as Monty had done so many times before, he moves up to the back of the garden and starts to get himself ready to run and leap over the fence. He starts running faster and faster, and then he launches himself into the air and straight over the top of the fence. He lands on all fours right in front of Tonty, and he has the biggest smile on his face. And they nuzzle up, having a dog cuddle and a bit of a smell here and there. So, what shall we do today? Said Monty excitedly. I have a surprise for you, Monty, said Tonty, trying her best not to show her excitement. Well, what is it? Said Monty. Well, we have some new animals who've just moved in next door, said Tonty. New animals? What kind of animals? Asked Monty. 2 little bunny rabbits called Fluffy and Nibbles, said Tonty. Fluffy is the brown boy rabbit, and Nibbles is a black and white girl rabbit. They are so sweet, and I really think they might like to play with us. They've come all the way from the UK, you know. There's a little girl as well who looks after them, and I think her name is Seren. So Monty and Tonty take off down the road, excited at the thought of playing with some new friends. When they get to the house next to Tonty's house, they squeeze through the gate and wander down to the end of the garden. A large hutch is placed at the side of the garage wall. Where are they? Asked Monty. They're probably inside having a nap, said Tonty. Fluffy, shouted Tonty. Are you there, Fluffy? A little pair of brown whiskers edges out of the hutch window, and a couple of little bunny eyes look up at Tonty. Hello, Tonty. How are you? Said Fluffy. I've brought my friend Monty to meet you both. Monty had never met a rabbit before, and certainly not one from the UK. Fluffy edges his way out of the hutch, and his big fluffy body emerges. He looks just like a big ball of fluff, thinks Monty. No wonder they call him Fluffy. his two big floppy ears, little eyes and a cute nose. But what a strange looking animal, thinks Monty. Fluffy then starts walking towards Tonty, but rather than walking properly, he's actually hopping. Little jump here and a little jump there. Monty thinks he's very cute, but quite funny looking. Soon afterwards, another little face appears. It's Nibbles. "What's going on, Fluffy?" she said in a little nervous voice. "Tonty has brought her friend Monty to meet us, to have a play," said Fluffy. Fluffy and Nibbles have not been in Australia long. The trip had been long and they had to stay somewhere in a cage for a while before they could play in a garden again. Now both rabbits are so happy to be in this lovely garden. There's so much yummy grass to eat and they really like the sun in this place. Nibbles edges out of the back of the hutch and rolls over onto her little legs. She is all black and white, a big ball of black and white fluff, thinks Monty. She also has floppy ears, a cute nose and little black eyes. And she also looks a little strange, thinks Monty. What funny creatures they are. The two rabbits move closer together. Nibbles moves into Fluffy's side as if she's a little worried about her new visitors. "Would you like something to eat?" said Fluffy. "We have some carrots, lettuce." Monty looks at the plate of green and orange food with a yucky look on his face. No thanks. Have you got any bones?" he said, grinning. "Sorry, no bones," said Nibbles, twitching her little front teeth. "So, what shall we do?" said Tonty. "Do you guys have any ideas?" she said as she gazed over at the two rabbits as they chomped away at a little orange carrot. "Well, we could show you some of our warrens if you like. We've been doing some digging," Fluffy said with a smile. "What's a warren?" said Monty, intrigued. "Well, warrens are underground tunnels," said Nibbles. "We spend a lot of time under the ground, you know." Fluffy got up on his back legs and started hopping to the other side of the garden. "Follow me," he said. Nibbles follows him and Tonty and Monty are in close pursuit. Just next to a big oak tree, there is a large opening. "Come on," shouts Floppy as he jumps into the hole. Nibbles follows, and as the dogs arrive at the hole, they look at each other. "Let's go," said Tonty. "Our next adventure, Monty," she giggled excitedly. As they descend into the hole, they find themselves in a tunnel, which is quite narrow and very dark. But very soon the tunnel opens up and they find themselves in an underground room. It is set up with lights, a sofa to sit on, a little table and chairs. There are also some pictures on the wall. It looks just like a home. Monty and Tonty are surprised. "This is our little warren home," said Fluffy very proudly. "Nibbles and I made this place, and this is where we go when it gets too hot up there. Come on, let me show you something else." Fluffy takes off again through another tunnel, followed closely by Nibbles, who never leaves his side. Monty and Tonty are trying to keep up, and all of a sudden they're in another room which looks a little bit like a kitchen. It has a little oven, a sink, a fridge, and they notice there's some strawberry jam cooking on the stove. And this creates the smell of sweet strawberries in the air. "We will have some of this later if you like," said Nibbles. Another rabbit is there and she's rolling dough. "Hi there," she said. "I'm just preparing some bread." "Yummy! Is that to go with the jam?" said Monty, quite excited at the thought of eating a big slice of homemade bread with lovely sweet strawberry jam. "Sure is," said the rabbit. "Okay," said Nibbles. "Come on, we have a bit further to go. There's a tunnel to the right, but all the animals continue straight ahead, and soon they can see a light." It isn't long before they're standing in the middle of the greenest field. It is the best grass that Monty and Tonty have ever seen. It's so soft and smells so great. The two rabbits jump up and down and start rolling around. "Come on, let's play," they shout. Monty and Tonty find a few sticks and they start throwing sticks for each other. They find a little creek and all the animals run and splash through the water, jumping and screaming with joy. Monty, of course, finds the longest stick. They then decide to play hide and seek and Nibble closes her eyes. Monty finds a spot behind a bush to hide. Tonty lies under some longer grass and Fluffy finds a hole in the side of a tree. But it wasn't long before Nibbles finds them, and they just spend the whole day playing and having fun. "I think it's time to have some jam and bread," said Fluffy. "Oh, yes," said the dogs excitedly. They all rush to the warren hole and they roll down towards the kitchen. The smell of baked bread and sweet strawberry jam fills the air. The little rabbit who baked the bread is gone, but left 4 plates, each with a big slab of bread piled high with strawberry jam. The 4 animals lift up their sandwiches and woof them down. Fluffy pours some fresh milk into 4 glasses and hands them to Tonty, Monty and Nibbles. They lick their lips as they continue to devour the soft bread and sweet jam. Soon they're all sitting on the floor, tummies full, and all starting to feel just a little bit tired. Nibbles gets up and says to the others, "Come on, let's have a wee nap, follow me." Fluffy, Tonty and Monty follow Nibbles through another tunnel into a pretty little bedroom with 4 really comfy looking beds, each one with a fluffy duvet cover, or doona cover, depending on where you live. There is a red one, a green one, a yellow one, and a blue one. "Take whichever one you want," said Nibbles. "I'll have the yellow one," said Monty. "Can I have the blue one?" Tonty said. Nibbles took the red and Fluffy the green. Within minutes, each animal is snuggled under their favourite coloured duvet. Tummies full and tired from all the activities. It's not long before these 2 cute rabbits and 2 little adventure dogs are all fast asleep. so tired, so sleepy. Eventually Monty wakes up and he knows it's time to go home. He wakes Tonty and said, "We have to leave, my family will be back soon." Both rabbits also wake up and help the dogs find their way back to Tonty's backyard. Monty thanks the rabbits for a great day and they head off home. And as he gets close to his backyard, Monty sees his master's car turning into the driveway. Monty starts running towards the fence and launches himself into the air and over the fence, landing on all fours. He moves towards his outside bed and quickly curls up. He lets out a little yawn and a little smile. He can still feel some of the strawberry jam on the side of his face, and with a lick of his long tongue, he takes one last taste before settling down. Monty's masters all give him a big hug and put out his dinner. He thinks with a smile, "I might have that later as my tummy is still full of bread and strawberry jam." It wasn't long before he is falling asleep. So deep, so deep, so sleepy, so tired. Night night.